shit went left. I'm requesting an Uber home, but my phone is about to die. If I don't text you in 20 minutes, letting you know that I'm in an Uber, that means that it never came.
All right, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, really gentlemen, this is a severe case of when money can't unlame a lame. A lot of times dudes think just because they got money, they got the cars, they got the fancy clothes, that automatically a woman is going to adhere to whatever he says. But unfortunately, that only work on low level, insecure, unfulfilled 304s. If you dealing with any type of women that have a little substance to them, get their own bag, and don't need a man to take care of them, their energy is just a little different. You got to put in a little more work. She isn't moved by your money or materialistic things because she can get it herself. Now, if you're dealing with your average 304 who don't got her own and relies on tricking men out their money, seducing them just to get some type of money, then they're going to make you feel like you the man. And these are the women that a lot of these insecure men go for because it strokes their ego. However, when they come across a real woman who is the total opposite, they don't know what to do because now you actually got to talk. You actually got to be a man because the materialistic things won't cut it. And let's just say a lot of these so-called men, they start panicking. Now, in this video, a Baltimore woman is describing her date with a man she met in DC who was getting money, but turns out he was out of his mind. She ignored some of the red flags, of course, I guess because he seemed to be stable financially, but she ignored it until she couldn't ignore it no more. Here we are. Now, I know a couple good dudes in DC who do their thing, but I'm sorry, y'all. He definitely got y'all looking crazy. So we're going to get into the video. Shout out to Leah. I'll leave a link to her TikTok in the comments below. But in the meantime, make sure you hit that thumbs up button so we can get this video into the algorithm. And if you not subscribed to the platform already, make sure you do so now. Let's get into it.
Story time. Who the f did I go on a date with? I met the at Roofcrest. The guy, I'm gonna try not to say a lot of N-words and stuff, give y'all just a quick backstory. So I met the guy at Roofcrest. I was with my homegirls. He was with his homeboy, and one of his homeboys know my homegirl. So we all went to Massage after to get some hookah. Ended up giving him my number, whatever, cool. We went on one date prior to this incident, and it was cool, but he had some behaviors that threw me off. Like, I don't know if y'all ever met talk too much, like he don't know who he talking to, he trying to impress somebody or something, but that's what he was giving me. And it just was weird, like just unnecessarily so. Like it gave you're very insecure and you feel the need to try to like pop it or something. But he was like really nice to me at the same time, like a lot of compliments, whatever the case. So I didn't pay too much mind.
Fellas, let me tell y'all, when y'all think that the women don't know, you're being overly like trying to make it seem like you somebody. They pick up on all that. You may think they not. When you pull out an extra $1,000 and the bill is only $10 and you got a whole bunch of 20s all wrapped up, they pick up on that stuff. At least the ones that got substance. The other ones, they like that. But for the ones that got substance and they're a little more, civil, they can see all that and they think it's lame. Whole time you think you popping it because you showing money and you being extra loud. Real women don't like that.
I have really bad allergies, so I keep sniffling, but I'm going to try to get through this as fast as possible. The story ends with me in D.C. outside for like an hour trying to get an Uber to get me back home to Baltimore. So I might actually be sick now. It's making my sniffling worse. To add in, he talks about people, and that also threw me off. Like, to make himself seem better, like he'll pick a random person, just say something smart or... Okay, so fast forward to yesterday, which was our second date but third meeting because I met him in person. The first red flag was I hated the fit. The fit was terrible. Bear with me and keep in mind that my tone is going to be off in this and it's going to seem like I'm getting smart or I might be the problem, but from the beginning of the video, a traumatic incident does ensue after this, and this is fresh. It just happened. So I had on an all red sweatsuit with a red hat.
Hey, first red flag. Let me tell you, I don't care how much money you get. For y'all fellas out there that think just because y'all get money and no, you do not ever have the same color on throughout your whole fit. That's the first sign of somebody that either just started getting dressed or just started getting a little money. Red hat, red shirt, red pants, red sneakers. I don't know where y'all from. Where I'm from, they clown you for that. When you match too much, you got to throw it on a little, mix it up.
He told me he'll be to my house in 40 minutes. It takes 2 hours. Don't make a big deal about it. He calls me when he's downstairs, but getting smart, saying, why you not down here? Why would I be downstairs? Because I told you 15 minutes. You told me a lot of times, but why are you getting smart? I'll grab my purse and I'll be down when I'm ready. I don't really play all that talking to me crazy. I don't get down like that, no. I'm getting on my own nerves, keep sniffling, just bear with me. So I get in a car. He's being regular, like he's being nice to me, whatever, being sweet. He asks me where Elo is. I give him directions. He tells me he wants a sweatsuit. He asks me if I want to get a matching sweatsuit with him. I laugh and say, okay, we can be cute and corny. He didn't like that I called it corny, but it's not really my thing, but the gesture was cute. So while we're headed to Elo, I called my best friend because yesterday was also my best friend's birthday. I called him because he sent a picture in a group message with his birthday fit on. I'm like, oh, Bash, you look good. You got fit on, hyping him up. He like, oh, thank you. You look pretty too. Where you going? I tell him I'm going to D.C. I'm going on a date. And he like, oh, you with your peoples? My best friend don't know who I'm with. Thank God he ain't say a name. You with your peoples? I'm like, yeah. So he asked us, what do we have on? Because in D.C., if you don't have on certain things, then you can't get in. I'm like, oh, well, he just got on a sweatsuit. And then he mugged me when I say that, as if he don't have on a sweatsuit, but he mugs me. And then me and my best friend get off the phone shortly thereafter, and he goes into a store, unrelated. He goes into a store, and he come back out. He like, yeah, you all like I got on a sweatsuit. This is a Versace sweatsuit. This is a $1,500 sweatsuit. I got that on.
Nah. Hey, you see her face right there? Fellas, don't do that. For y'all fellas out there that think it's cool to tell a girl, oh, this sweatsuit cost $1,500. This sweatsuit cost $5,000. You don't do that. Like I told y'all before, it may work for them 304s or them I don't know, the bartenders, the strippers. Them type of girls it may work for. But for the girls that actually have some type of swag to them, that got their own money and know how to dress and know how to put it together, they don't care about none of that. You look corny. Because why are you telling them the price? Would you want attention? He paid $1,500 for a sweatsuit. She don't care. Let's see what she said.
You look a $1,500 mess.
See?
And nonetheless, it's a sweatsuit. And so then he asked me what my best friend has on, and this is like me really confirming how insecure he is. Like, yeah, you say he had on what he had on. So I do give him a rundown of what my best friend has on.
She petty too.
Who likes to be the richest or the latest that anybody knows. So he didn't really like that. It kind of hit his ego. So on the way to DC, I asked him, is it a steakhouse in the area that we're going to? Like, I'm not too familiar with nothing in DC or in the DMV area. And he said, yeah, it is. I'm like, okay, because I want some real actual food. So when we get to DC, his homeboy meets us, and we go to the Pendry, but it's like similar to the Bygone, except it don't have real food. Like, they have little small things, but I don't make it a big deal. And we had met a girl on the elevator, so his homeboy that met us was talking to the girl, and she was cool. Both our names was Leah. We was chit-chatting. So to skip to the important parts, the homeboy and the girl we met were talking to each other, and he stops them to ask them about the matching sweatsuits. He say, do y'all think it's corny for people to have matching sweatsuits, without telling them that he wanted to get us them? And they both said yeah, and he wasn't expecting that, because he's the type where he think what he think is law, and if I think differently, then I'm wrong.
See, but then right then and there, ladies, if y'all come across these type of guys, you could already see what it's going to be, right? You never saw, for them guys that be out there what I say is law, or if you always got a rebuttal, or we just finished the conversation, but you still asking people because you feel insecure about my answer, that's not a man for you. First of all, what you doing going back and forth with a woman anyway?
excuse me, and I could tell that made him uncomfortable, that they felt that way. And he said, not to say it like that, but me and my ex used to wear matching stuff, and it would be cute. And I'm like,
Wow.
okay, like that don't really have anything to do with me, but okay. And then he says to the homeboy, like, didn't we used to do that? And the homeboy is like, yeah, yeah, y'all used to make that y'all thing, so that was cool, but like generally speaking, no. Um, but I could tell it was making him uncomfortable, that like he felt like everybody ganged up on him type shit.
Mm.
So I'm like, yeah, but I mean, I told you, like, we could get him, we'll make it cute, da da da, whatever. Like, just trying to keep the peace, but he did not like that.
All right, y'all get in the comment section, right? And let me know what y'all think about matching clothes with your significant other. To be honest with you, I think it's kind of corny. We not in junior high school, but to each his own. Some people think it's cute. Usually it's the girl that's offering to do it. I don't know too much guys that be offering to wear matching clothes. I don't know. He seemed to like it, but y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about that.
And then he asked me the randomest question I've ever heard. He says, do I think that I could be molded like by a partner? And I'm like, no,
Oh, wow.
I'm the woman that I want to be, and I'm not being molded into anything. And then the two other people are talking to each other, so they didn't hear that. So then he asked the girl next to me if she can, and she's like, no, I'm like, I am who I am. And he asks his homeboy, and his homeboy says, I mean, yeah, you'll make little changes for who you're with, blah blah. And he like, right. I'm like, but that's not molding a person. That's making slight changes or improvements because you like somebody. But he was like insinuating that he wants to mold me. He's older by like 10 years.
Whoa.
But then he like, well, molded doesn't mean trying to mold you into something different or form you into something. I'm like, words have meaning. We can look up the definition, that is what that means. And then so he ends up saying like, oh yeah, you're right, and tries to high five me. But the conversation threw me off, so I don't high five him. And now he has the attitude talking about I'm really carrying him, or I'm trying him, or whatever his terminology was. I'm trying to just give the important part. So then also, our service was terrible. But one bartender who was off ended up coming back so she could serve us. So our shots of 42, she made them all doubles, if not triples. And I used to bartend. So she made the shots really big. She gave us extra fried rice and like a couple free margaritas. So when the bill came, the guy that I was with was Apple paying the other guy because he didn't have cash and they wanted to pay in cash. So but the bartender had gave us all her number because she was saying she gets discounts on the spa, and she wanted to give it to us because our service was so terrible. So I ended up telling the guy that I was with, we gonna call him Royce. So I ended up telling Royce, you could just Apple pay her directly, just trying to make sure that she's looked out for, because she did what she was supposed to do. Then he like, you worried about the shit, this and that, and I'm like, I don't know, he just was doing too much. So I ended up asking the bartender if we were at a table, but the bartender was coming over to us. So I asked her if I could see the bill because they didn't look at how many things she didn't ring up, so they wouldn't know what tip is appropriate. So he like, why is you trying to see the bill? And really, if a man is paying a bill, then the women post a tip. I'm like, I don't know what you really get into, but I'm not coming out my pocket for nothing on no date. Like,
See, listen, even if you feel like that, not Mr. $1,500 sweatsuit telling the girl she got a tip, right? You can't be popping it or trying to be X, Y, and Z, and then you telling her that women's supposed to tip, right? If you gonna pay it, you gonna pay it. Simple as that. But another thing, don't mention it. Don't say, oh, well, girls supposed to tip. That make you look crazy. You look corny now. Not Mr. $1,500 sweatsuit.
Like, I'm just not doing it. Mind you, it's a second date. I don't know you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like no man trying to tell me how to be the perfect bitch. Like, if you the perfect woman, then you go be that. Leave me alone. And so now I expressed that I wanted hookah after this. I'm not even sure how it turned into like a double date kind of thing, because now the first girl we met in the elevator is gone, but somebody who the homeboy actually deals with ended up coming, so it's still kind of a double date vibe. And me and this young lady also wanted hookah, but somehow we end up at something called 12 Stories. He did mention 12 Stories to me, and he asked me if I wanted to go. I looked it up. I asked if they had hookah, and he says no. I said I would prefer to get hookah. Regardless, that's still where they ended up taking us. So we go in there. Their homegirl works there. Both of the men are from DC. She gets us a section. They don't get a bottle. They say we're not staying for a long time. So it's no drinks, it's no hookah. We just sitting there. I'm rocking back and forth to the music, making the most of it. He does keep asking me if I'm okay. He's sitting across the table. The three of us are next to each other on the bench. Eventually, he comes and sits next to me to ask, and I tell him, yeah, I'm fine, but I told you I didn't want to come here. Why you didn't want to come here? I told you I wanted hookah. And that's when the switch flipped and he starts yelling. Like, maybe it's because he was drunk, but he starts yelling, like, why you?
Well, 9 times out of 10, if she told you from the beginning that she want hookah, then you should already know wherever you take her, she's not going to feel up to it because she's not where she wants to be. Like, I don't know. He seemed like an older dude that just lost. I don't know. Let's see part 2.
Stop!
Oh.
Sweetheart, you're right. Kill me. Stop. You're right. Fuck.
Part 2.
He said, sweetheart.
Did I go on a date with Psychopath or Psycho edition, whatever I said. I'm so tired of talking about this. Actually, like, all my friends keep checking on me and stuff because they were getting calls, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning when everything was happening. But let's get right back in. So he's directly next to me. He asks me why I don't want to be at 12 Stories. I say, I told you I wanted to go get hookah. And he starts yelling, man, why the fuck is you acting like that? I told you we going to get hookah after this. Like, actually yelling, not a little bit louder, like a whole different personality. So when he starts yelling, I go like this. I put my hand up. I'm like, excuse me. And he still go for a second. I push my hand out further. And then he suck his teeth and he goes sit back in the chair that's across. And immediately after that happened, I'm texting my group message because homeboy of mine, a friend of a friend, is in this establishment. And I text the group making a joke like, I'd probably be better off just going home with them. My date is going like down the toilet. Like, it's been too many instances of his attitude, his temper. And I already seen him crash out on the phone with his homegirl. Like, he just is on one and it's throwing me off. But I'm still having a good time with the couple next to me. Like, they're a good time. The girl was a good time. The homeboy, he's finally like, everything's going fine. It's literally just him. He's the only energy that's off. And I'm a dramatic person. And so I'm like, going home would be dramatic. Like, he drunk, fussing, like, you be all right. You ain't ready. Fuck you want to do to you?
See? But she ignored another red flag. She says she's being dramatic by going home. But to be honest with you, entertaining whatever's going on with him will be even more dramatic, right? I think going home would be the smartest thing to do because clearly he's one of them guys or just people in general where we go out and he's the one that spoil it for everybody. I hate people like that. To where he might get drunk. Next you know, everybody got to worry about him. We got to worry if he's fighting with somebody. We got to worry if he's making a fool out of himself. Nobody want to be around that energy. And it sucks for her that was actually her date. It's the worst.
So the girl who's with us says, you wanted to get hookah, right? Let's go get some hookah. So they end up saying to the guys, like, all right, we're going to go get some hookah. And their homegirl, who was the bottle girl, did bring us a round of shots. It was like a spicy tequila or something. So we take the shots, we leave. I decide, we can still go get hookah. But when we get in the car, me and him do get into it about him yelling at me. I'm like, I told you earlier, watch how you talk to me. Like, why are you yelling at me? And then he's like, I ain't yell at you, but while kind of still yelling in the car, explaining how he wasn't yelling. I'm like, you did, but just, chill. Then his homegirl wanted to meet us. He's beefing with the homegirl on the phone. And then he ends up apologizing to me and the homegirl both. He says it's not our fault that he in a mood, like a different homeboy that's not with us says something that pissed him off. But I don't even recall that. He was on the phone the whole time that we was at Pendry. Just talking to people, like just being on the phone. But every time he gets off the phone, he'll say something condescending about whoever he was on the phone with. Like he so much of a bigger nigga or this N-word is bluffing. He a little N, I'm a big one, whatever. Just all this and all that throwing me off. So I'm already clear that this is the last date, but I don't feel unsafe yet. I just feel like, it's just a different vibe. I don't like how you get down.
Oh, what's crazy? I hope his friends see this too. Because what she's saying is he one of them guys where if he with her in the car and somebody call him, he try to belittle them. Y'all know them friends that do that? That just try to make themselves seem bigger than life when they around girls. He's definitely one of the guys that when they around, he say things like, yo, yeah, remember when when I pulled out 20,000 the other day when I had to go buy this car, right? Yo, remember when we went on the block that day? We had to spin because the ops was there. I shot him and I had to. Yeah, he one of them guys for sure. You gotta watch them, man. He's the type that he'll put anybody down to make himself seem big, and those are the guys that, yeah, those are backdoor vibes.
And I'm texting in real time this to my friends too. It's a lot. I don't know why I decided to still get hookah, but here we are. We're on the way to hookah. We get to the hookah lounge. I can't remember what it was called. Yes, I can. It was called Signature, I think, or at least that's one that they named. But it was dancers in there. It was probably maybe 8 dancers, by dancers, spicy dancers. So we go in there. Me and the young lady get 2 hookahs. Hookah's busting. Everything is good. Then unimportant events happen. He ends up dipping off for a second. For a good while, but he wasn't really missed because everybody else's energy was good except for his.
Damn.
So the other gentleman gives ones to throw. So me and the other young lady are throwing ones. We having a good time. Like, the homegirl who he was getting smart with ends up coming. She's a good time. Everybody, you so pretty. Like, we're all just being girls having a good time. Now the night is about to end. I've already expressed that I want to go home earlier. We get back in the car. He asks me, what do I want to do? I say, I want to go home. Oh, backtrack. He's pushing me out. Like, he's trying to rush me out of there. I don't know what's going on, but he's saying, like, oh, no, it's not your fault. That's my bad. Just look in front of you, because the other girl was drunk. But it's just like, it's okay if she drunk. Like, why are you talking shit? She not, nothing too sloppy. Like, he just doing a lot. Like, he just talks so much shit. It gets annoying. So, get to the car. I say I want to go home. He, like, suck his teeth, but he don't make it a big deal yet. I forgot to mention that in the car, between the change in the locations, it's like he's trying to touch me. Not like a weird or like pervy, but it's like the date is clearly not going good. He knows that it's not going good. That's why he keeps asking me if it's going good. But it's like he almost wants to act like it is. Like the same way he was getting smart when I was in the house, but then when I got in the car, he's back being nice. Like, I'm starting to feel like is he not well? Like, it's clearly not going well. But then we get in the car and he's like trying to be lovey-dovey. Like, it's
fellas, you know, we see this a lot too. Fellas, if you think that she gonna give you some at the end of the date, and you already see she was giving you like this kind of combative energy, or if you was acting stupid, 9 times out of 10 you just gonna have to wait, bucko. That's if she give you another chance. Because if y'all going through all this and you already know that y'all was kind of fake arguing, she wasn't really feeling your energy, she was calling you out, don't even try to make any move, right? Because you just gonna make yourself look stupid. And you see what she said. She like, all right, well, if, you know, he knew it was already kind of weird, why would you even try to make a move as to think that I was going to give you any play? You gotta be crazy. You gotta be.
So I'm telling him that he can send me an Uber. He like, no, I'm gonna take you home. The same way I can pick you up, I'm gonna take you home. But he's drunk, so I don't want him to. And if you know me, you know I'm off that drinking and driving stuff. Like, after KP, Naisha, like, I'm just off it. So I really didn't want him to, but I'm not trying to make it a fuss. And I'm just feeling like he's not well, and he's too drunk. So I didn't want him. It just wasn't worth the back and forth. So he's saying he's going to take me home. Then he switched to, I mean, you can just come to my house. You can sleep on the couch. I'll sleep on the couch. Like, it'll be fine. I'm like, no, I just rather go home. Like, you could just send me an Uber. And he like, all right, you know I'm not on that. Fuck it then. I'm going to hurry up and get you home. Fuck that. Da-da-da. Then he calls his sister, like, to talk shit about the situation. I'm just not even saying nothing because I just want to get home safe. I don't give a fuck what you tell your sister. I could be the worst bitch in the world. He wasn't calling me bitches, though, but I really didn't care what he said to her. And she was saying to him, like, oh, yeah, you drunk, and he got in the car, like, saying, like, yeah, I'm drunk as shit. That's why I don't feel like driving out there.
Wow.
But then it turns to, you know what, can you just send her an Uber? Because she got to get the fuck on my car. Like, he trying to do too much. And she drunk, too, but she's, like, seemingly trying to calm him down. So I can't say nothing bad about her, but I was very uneasy. Like, I didn't know what she was on. So I'm on some shit with everybody. Well, I'm prepared to be because I'm trying to play it cool. So then he like, yeah, I'm ready. Send her Uber. Then I'm like, well, you have to stop somewhere so she can send me the Uber. but he's not stopping nowhere. And now he's speeding. He's dumbing through whatever DC street this is. It's like a lot of it's like Martin Luther King a little bit. Like it's a lot of lanes, but it's a bunch of lights, and he's dumbing through them. He's going like 120. So I'm telling him, slow down, calm down. And she's drunk, so she like laughing, like, you scaring her, you gotta stop. But like, no, dead serious, you have to stop. So he's dumbing through the lights. And I'm like, calm down, you're drunk. He like, I'm not drunk. Fuck that. Matter of fact, we gonna call her B. He like, B, I'm on my way to you. I'm on my way to you. You can take her home then. Da da da. And I'm just like, I'm downloading Uber on my own phone at this point, but it's taking a long time to load. And I'm also recording the interaction, so I'm having everything I'm doing on my phone is taking a long time. Because at this point, I'm really starting to feel unsafe, and I'm like, if something happened to me, like, I need proof of what's going on. Mm-hmm. So now we on the way to P, because though he told her to get me an Uber, he didn't stop nowhere so that an Uber could come get me. So he's saying we're going to her house. And I just know when this car stopped, I'm getting my own Uber. First address I see, I'm getting my own Uber. I'm getting that. So now we're on a actual like highway, and he just starts talking shit like, I really liked you. I don't know why you acting like that. You been bad energy all night. You been tripping all night. I'm like, that's you. Why you acting like that? Like, I'm telling him about himself, but I'm like still calm enough to where like I know that like I'm in the middle of a city that's not mine. I'm an hour away from home. I didn't drive myself. And he's speeding real bad, and he's not well. So I'm like on a delicate balance here of I could really cuss you the fuck out, but what really come with that? You can flip. So after all of him going through the back and forth of I really liked you to now I ain't tripping off you. I don't chase the. I just chase the money, whatever. I'm like, God bless. Cool. Like, I'm not going back and forth with you. God bless. Then he like, and I had left out the hookah lounge because my ex was there, and she thinking you skinny, da da da.
You know what's crazy? When she said that he was rushing out the hookah spot, I kind of already knew that was the case, right? Because he's rushing for no reason, and it was mad sudden. He either seen somebody that he had problems or beef with and didn't want to put her in harm's way, or 9 times out of 10, he seen another female.
I'm like, I think you should go with her. Like, this has nothing to do with me. Why are you telling me this? Like, I'm just trying to get to safety. Then he takes the gun off the door and puts it in his lap because somebody flashed the lights at him. You're already going 120. Now you got the gun in your lap. Now it's about to be a DC shootout. Like, for real, like, I need to get around you. I need to get back home. So it's going to have to be a part 3, but I can end it at a part 3 probably because we're almost done.
I crashed my car full coverage. Play dead.
You all like full coverage. This is my life. You all like full coverage.
Sheesh.
Who did I go on a date with? Psychotic Edition Part 3. To quickly backtrack, I am drunk. I'm not assessing everything correctly. Leaving from the hookah place, I let him know I wanted to go home, but he rushed me out. So we hurry up, get in the car. I let him know, like, you could just give me an Uber. I'm not feeling unsafe. As I said, more changing locations. He's being sweet as if, like, we're not beefing. And I'm drunk. So at this point, I had already fucked up because I'm already in the car. So he just pulls off, like, no, I'm going to take you home. Which I'm still not feeling unsafe because I didn't assess how drunk he was. I just knew his behavior was throwing me off, but I said the shots of 42 was doubles or triple shots. Like, I had had some drinks. So fast forward, he's speeding on the highway. We're in the middle of our argument or disagreement. The car behind him flashes the lights, probably because he's swerving. And then he on some like some John Wick with the gun from the pew pew from the storage on the side of the door, put it in his lap. Then he lets the other car pass him, and the other car passes him, not worried about him. He keeps the gun in his lap though after this. The pew-pew. So now, as if I wasn't already feeling unsafe, this lunatic also has a gun in his lap. He's speeding.
So just think, right? This man who already been a little aggressive earlier, that's 1. 2, he got wild drunk. Now 3, he's driving crazy. And lastly, 4, this man has a firearm on his lap. Sheesh.
I'm making a video of what's going on. It's not a time to really call the police. I'm moving. I'm going 120. I don't know where I am. It's not my city. I don't know where to say that I am. And my battery is dying. So whatever the final straw was, they really set him off when he started accelerating, going the 150, 160, whatever it was. And I think the beginning of part 1, I don't know what I said. I think it may have been, he got the saying, I don't know what you used to. And I'm like, this who don't do this. And that could have been what sent him over the moon, because he did not like that comment. But whatever the final straw was, he started really flooring it. And then y'all seen the clip from the video. In the beginning of part 2, he's going like 120, and it's merging. The lanes are merging because of construction. So 4 lanes become just the shoulder. Like all of the lanes were closing. You had to drive in the shoulder, and that's why I'm yelling, "You're going to fucking kill me! You're going to fucking kill me!" Because all of the lanes are merging over so fast.
Sheesh.
Eventually, we get off the exit. He's on and off the phone with the sister. I think we named her B. So he's on and off the phone with B, and B is saying like, you know, just get here. He like, yeah, I'm gonna get here because she gotta get my car, da-da-da. Like, just saying his comments. I'm going back and forth a little bit, but not too much. So when he gets off the exit, he's still speeding, but the sister's on the phone. So we get to where she told us to pull at, but it's a parking lot. It's not actually a house. And she's saying she's 2 minutes away. So at this point, I could have made a run for it, but it didn't look like a good area. And the sister is saying she's 2 minutes away. Since it's seeming like she's trying to help me, I feel like my better bet is to wait the 2 minutes for her than to make a run for it in the middle of God knows where, whatever neighborhood. I'm also under the impression that the sister is driving because she's supposed to be taking me home. But we end up pulling down further down the street because she's walking, and she gets in the car. Mind you, it's a 2-seater, so me and her are lapped up. And so, but we're not directly in front of anything for me to see a street name and numbers. So he pulls back to a like shopping center, but it's dark. Again, it's not a good area. He mentions the name of one of the stores in the shopping center. I ask her to repeat the name. She tells me, and I type it in Uber. I have Uber on my own phone at this point. I request the Uber, but nobody is trying to accept the ride because it's an hour ride at 4 a.m. So a few minutes go by and someone accepts the ride, but it says like 25 minutes away. So we're waiting for the Uber. Mind you, me and her have the door open because we're cramped in one seat. But he like, man, we not waiting no 20 minutes for no Uber. We just gonna take her home, and pulls off. The door is still open while he's pulling off. I can't make shit up. He actually pulled off so fast that when she closed the door while it was moving, it closed my hair in the door because, again, we're smushed in the car.
Damn.
And now she's trying to open the door back up while the car is moving so I can yank my head over to get my hair out, and then she closes the door back. So he's saying, we're just going to drive you, da-da-da. I'm like, I can get my Uber, but...
See, at that point, she's probably thinking, yo, they going to do something to me. Right? Even though the girl probably seemed like, you know, she wanted to help. When you drunk or intoxicated, you not thinking about that. All you think is, listen, he's aggressive. My head caught in the door. That's his sister. 9 times out of 10, she gonna be on his side no matter what. And they might do something to me. Who knows? You don't know what to think when you're intoxicated. But this is crazy because she was by herself. Keep in mind, she's not even from DC. She's from Baltimore. Oh, I said it like them. Baltimore. Baltimore, however they say it. That's where she's from.
Since the sister is here and she's an ally, I'm popping more. Like when he's saying smart, I'm saying more at this point. Again, I'm drunk, but I feel safer. Like, you're not going to kill your sister too, so now I'm on you. So we're supposed to be on the way to whatever car to switch to, so me and her aren't lapped up because now they're going to take me home. We end up pulling into his garage of his house, and he's switching back and forth between his moods like he was doing the whole time of, I really liked you, you're so cute, that's how you got me, but why do you act like that, to, yeah, I'm gonna just get you a fucking Uber when I decline to come back to his house. So then he, yeah, we'll go to the, I'm gonna just get you a fucking Uber, and then he'll go to the, no, I'm gonna just take you home. Like, he keeps going back and forth. So when we get to the house, he's back to the, almost like he wants to fix it kind of energy. I don't know if I said this before, but while we're driving and he's actually doing all that speeding that's in the videos, and when I'm declining his advances, when he's trying to, oh, well, you might as well just come to my house, like, the nigga is off, like, you might as well just come back to my house, like, we could sleep on the couch, or we could cuddle, like, he just keeps going back and forth. But every time I say no, I want to go home, it's like it sets him back off. Like that really triggers him.
You know what that is? That sounds like arpist behavior. How they say it, grape? It sounds like grapist behavior, right? Because what it seemed like is he tried to get her drunk to where I guess he wanted to take her home. Because, you know, a lot of guys do this. Ladies, y'all gotta beware. Y'all think y'all having a good time. Next thing you know, the man take you out, you know, try to get you intoxicated. Sometimes even slip something in your drink. That's why he's supposed to watch your drink. But you think y'all having a good time the whole time. His plan was to get you a little intoxicated so he could take you home and take advantage.
Okay, so now back to the garage. We're in the garage. Me and him are having our back and forth. I'm trying to look for an address, but the way it's set up, his whole row of townhouses is everybody's garage, so it's the back, it's no numbers. Then parallel to that, it's the back of everybody's house as well with their garage, so it's no numbers. So I'm asking her, what's the house number? What's the house number? And she's saying, no, it's fine. I'm going to take you home. Like, it's fine. I'm gonna
No.
take you home. And I'm like, it's cool. I'll just get the Uber. Because, again, I don't know her. Like, she's not doing anything wrong. And so, no shade to her. But I don't know you. I just want to be home. Like, it's a lot going on. So she's like, no, it's fine. I got you. We're just going to get in the car. We're going to get you home. But both of them are drunk, probably drunker than me.
Exactly.
And are walking in front of me. So I'm walking behind them, but I'm trying to scope the scene. So I notice a little further up, I can see the front of houses. So I dip off up that street. And I don't know if they see me or didn't because I didn't turn around. I just go up that street and I see numbers. But now it's no street name right there. So I go down to the other end of the block and I see the street sign. So I request my Uber to right there. But again, it's 4 a.m. And it's an hour drive. So it takes about 10 minutes for them to accept my ride. And it's in the 50s. It's cold outside and I have on shorts and a long sleeve crop top. So I'm cold. So the 10 minutes go by and my phone is on 5% at this point. A Uber accepts it. And I call my sister twice while I'm waiting for my Uber, but she's asleep. It's 4 a.m. She doesn't answer. So I call my other best friend, not the one from the birthday outfit, another best friend. We're going to call him in. I call in and give him a brief rundown. I'm in DC. It went left. I'm requesting an Uber home, but my phone is about to die. If I don't text you in 20 minutes, letting you know that I'm in an Uber, that means that it never came. And so I need you to come to this address. And I gave him the same address that I put into Uber. Little do I know, my best friend does not wait the 20 minutes. He leaves out right away because it is an hour drive. And so the Uber was initially about 23 minutes away, and I'm checking about every 5 or 10 minutes because I don't want to kill my battery. But when I check it, the Uber's only 2 or 3 minutes closer, so I'm not even sure if the Uber is coming. While I'm waiting for the Uber, I get a call from Ross, the crazy nigga named Ross. I get a call from Ross. I don't answer, of course, but I also go to the side of the house. I was standing in the front of the house because it had a ring camera, and in case he decided they wanted to go at it, or I don't know, I just wanted it to be in front of a ring camera. I'm waiting in front of the house for my Uber, but while I'm waiting for it, I get a call from Ross, the crazy one named him Ross. So I go to the side of the house when I see him calling me because I'm just not sure. Like, he might want to go back at it, he might want to beef, or he might be asking me if I want to come in. Like, I really don't know what's going on. So he texted me as well, but I didn't see that he texted me because I was trying to stay off of my phone. Finally, the Uber does arrive. And again, I was waiting in front of a house because it had a ring camera, but just in case he decided he wanted to still be on some shit.
I ain't gonna lie. To be drunk, she was very responsible. Right? She made sure, like, if you just listen to the precautions that she took, she was smart about it. Right? How she dipped off, how she was acting, how she knew how to call her friends and give them very, very detailed breakdowns of where she was and how to react, and being in front of a ring camera. A lot of people don't have that type of insight or type of intel whenever they intoxicated. I know I don't think I do, but shout out to her for that.
So when I'm in the Uber, I see the message, and the message says, cool, we done looking for you. I don't know if they ever was looking for me. Definitely didn't want to be found, so that was good. By the time I'm in the Uber, my best friend is already in Laurel. So when I text him to let him know I'm in the Uber, he lets me know he's in Laurel. Just have the Uber bring me to him. So I changed the address, and the Uber takes me to my best friend. Also, important context.
Shout out to that friend.
I think like a month and a half ago. Remember, I met him through my homegirl because my homegirl knows his homeboy. So that's another reason why I already just felt kind of comfortable. So I go out of town. So we didn't go on the first date till probably weeks later, so we had already been talking for a while.
It says, basically, we were not strangers, but we don't know each other well. I had actually been around this person, and he could have snatched me up, tried to assay me, done anything, but he didn't, so I never would have thought he had this level of insanity in him. All right, y'all. Ladies, this is definitely for y'all. Like I tell y'all, I always do these type of videos to bring awareness. The thing is, he definitely could have did whatever he wanted with her. She was smaller. He was 10 years older than her, which is kind of crazy. But yeah. And you can actually see why he don't go for women his age. Right? Bucko is something wrong with him. And you know what's crazy? If she really wanted to, she probably could have held him and got him charged with kidnapping charges, because she was being held against her will. She said she wanted to go home. He didn't let her. He didn't pull over. Even his sister, even though she was kind of helpful, she was still going against her word, where she wanted to go home by herself, and she kept saying, no, I'm going to take you. And with this girl being a little intoxicated, them holding her against her will, and you would have called the cops, yeah, that would have been a charge on both of them, right? And it's little things like that we don't really pay attention to, but when you really look at the technicalities of it, you definitely could get in trouble. All right. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about all this, man. It definitely was a long one, but don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. And I'm out.